Hi guys, hope everything is well. We're going to take a look at some new vocabulary and grammar today. Some of it having to do with asking for help in a store. There's actually only one slide of information. I guess the setting or the premise for this would be like if you're out shopping and you are comparing like items or unlike items and being able to use those comparatives and those comparisons in order to help you with your shopping choices. That's sort of what we're looking at in this subchapter of chapter 9. So we'll jump into vocabulary first, look at our slide as well, and give you some information about the possibility of some extra credit if you are so inclined. Let's go ahead and take a look here to start out. La caja is the cash register, la caja. El cajero would be the cashier, right? So caja, cash register, cajero, cashier. So you see like the relatedness of the words here. El or la cliente is the customer. Looks like the word client, but customer, almost the same. Con permiso, with your permission. El dependiente or la dependiente is, I'm sorry, I was blanking out there. I was looking at con permiso still. Would be the sales clerk, the helper, okay? En qué puedo servir? How can I help you? The literal translation in what I am able to serve. I guess that doesn't make a lot of sense when you break it down word for word, but the general translation is how can I help you, or how may I help you. El escaparate would be the store window. Sometimes when you're walking by a shop or a store and they have like some mannequins up and they're showing off some of their merchandise or the clothing or things like that, that's el escaparate, all right, the store window. La etiqueta would be like the tag. It would be like the part of the garment that has like the price tag on it, or sometimes the label as well is considered the la etiqueta, okay? Me puede atender, can you help me? Literal translation, you formal, to me, can attend, or to attend. No nos quedan. No nos quedan significa out of stock or we don't have anymore. So no nos quedan, we don't have anymore. El número is like the size. It's similar to like that's when the size is like a number involved, okay? So like you'll see down here, la talla is also the size, but el número is the size if it's a numerical value. La talla by itself would be like the size in terms of medium, small, medium, large, extra large, and so on. So el par de is a pair of something. El probador is, great word, it's the dressing room, but probar is like to test or to taste, so it is the tester or the taster, if you will. So if you're like going to try on something, you're testing it out, so to speak. So more related words. Probarse is to try something on. La talla is another word for size, like el número, as we discussed earlier. La tenemos en, we have that in. So if you wanted to, that is the la, or it's more like an it. Tenemos, we have in, and that's referring to like a certain size or color. So you could say, la tenemos en la talla grande. We have that in size large or something like that. Usar is to use. Can also mean to wear. Usar does literally mean to use, but if you say, for example, uso talla, it means I use size whatever. Well, you're actually wearing a size so-and-so. Just a different way of wording it, okay? So uso talla, I wear size, whatever size you say afterwards. Okay. Ancho is loose or loose fitting. Como me veo? How do I look? Como te queda? How does it fit? De verdad means really or truthfully. Está de moda. De moda. It's fashionable, or it's in fashion. Estrecho means loose or loose fitting. Hacer juego con means to match. So la camisa hace juego con los pantalones. All right, the shirt matches the pants, so to speak. Okay. Largo significa long. Te ves guapísima. You look great. The literal translation comes from the word guapo, which means good looking. So you appear to you extremely good looking. It's just a nice way of saying you look cute or you look nice. Okay, so te ves guapísima. Está bien. And this is your vocabulary for this chapter. Let's go ahead and take a look at the and our one other item here. There it is. Very good. Bring this up. And, oh, it's a fancy intro. Got it. I didn't even know. I wonder if that includes fancy. Opposite direction fancy. Okay, very good. So, comparativos, comparatives. I'm going to have to fly myself around on here. So, just to get this out of the way. Oh, I can move it right there. I still can't get out of the way, can I? Oh, well, we'll do our best. Okay, so to compare two things, use más que, menos que, or tan como. These are comparatives. You may have seen these before, a little bit in Spanish one, revisiting them now. So, for example, I'm going to move this up just a little bit. Right there. Este sombrero es más caro que el otro. So, más caro que is your expression, using más que. More expensive than. So, this hat is more expensive than the other. Me parece que esta falda es menos bonita que esa. All right. It appears to me that this skirt is less pretty than that. Okay, so less pretty than. That's a menos que expression. And then, oh, I need to move this down a little bit. There we go. Estas botas son tan grandes como las otras. These boots are as big as the others. So as big as. Tan grandes como. Notice that the adjective grandes agrees with botas in terms of number. Notice that bonita agrees with falda. Notice that caro agrees with sombrero. So even though we're injecting these other comparative statements into the sentence structure, we're still making sure that the adjectives agree with whatever noun it is that they're modifying or referring to in some way or another. So brings us to our next point, which is for those of you who are interested in doing a little bit of extra credit, just write down 5 sentences as well in Spanish as well as their English translations using comparatives and using current vocabulary. So they must be using at least these 3 comparatives and 2 more of one of these comparatives, like the más que, menos que, or tan como. And you must use vocabulary in each of your sentences from the current vocab list as well. Write those down on a little note card, both in Spanish as well as their English translations, and you'll get yourself a possibility of 5 points if you do it correctly or close to correctly. I'll let you know how you did on them, and I'll give them back a little bit of feedback, and hopefully you'll get a little bit of a head start on everything for the week and do very, very well. So I hope you understand everything well, but if you do come up with questions along the way, feel free to give me an email at mtmoore@stcs.org, or you can always call and leave a message, or probably your best bet is to come on in with a question real quick before class. We can help you out that way too. Hope all is well. Ciao, hasta luego y adios.